Hey friends! In today's video I'm going to be unboxing the new VIP Club box from Tombow. I purchased these right away when I saw them on Instagram because I saw that the new product was the Fudenosuke pens in colors, and so I had a feeling that they'd sell out pretty quickly, which they definitely did. But I did read on the Tombow Instagram feed that they were replying to people mentioning that these would be for sale by themselves very soon on their website. So if you did miss out on the VIP box but wanted to try them, I would definitely check out their website in the next couple of weeks. So in this video, I'm just going to do an unboxing and show you what's inside and give you some of my first impressions. The first thing that I have is the dot grid journal, which is a linen journal with a gold foil lettered design on it, and it has 160 dot grid pages, and it's 90-gram white paper, and it's bright white. So I'm just going to show you a comparison here between this and the Leuchtturm journal, which is a very warm color and more cream colored paper, the one that was on the right. And this one is also the Archer and Olive journal to compare, which this one also does have the cooler bright white pages, which I do tend to prefer, but I know that some people like the opposite, so it's just a personal preference. And here I was just trying to compare the smoothness of the paper. I thought that maybe since this came from Tombow and people might be using brush pens with them, that it might be created with like a marker type of paper or something really, really smooth. And it's not bad, it's just not really super smooth, so I probably won't use my dual brush pens on it, but the pens that came with this box would definitely be fine for it. In my opinion, the hard tip Fudensuke pens hold up a lot more to not fraying, so I wouldn't be too worried about using them in here. And here I'm just trying to open the journal to show you a little flip through, but I was having some issues. I think that maybe my journal had some glue stuck in the pages and it caused them to like be stuck and lay incorrectly. I tried to carefully tear the first two pages apart, but I still couldn't get it unstuck from the front page and the cover, so it does look kind of strange. I am assuming that I just got one with a defect, and honestly this is just going to be a practice journal that I use for lettering practice, so it's fine, and I didn't bother to contact the company, so I can't say for sure, but I would assume, or at least hope, that if you purchased this alone and it had a defect like this, that they would get it taken care of for you. So here's the first pack of pens, and these are the mono drawing pens, which is basically like a fine liner, and they come in 3 different sizes in this pack. So I will go ahead and show you what they look like and then use them in the journal a little bit to see if they bleed through the paper. Overall, these seem like really nice fine liners. I haven't had much time to use them yet, but I will definitely be trying them on different papers in the future and will let you know how they hold up. These are the type of things that I do usually share on Instagram or in my Instagram stories, so if you want to see more of those quick things that don't always make it into a YouTube video, make sure to follow me over there on Instagram, which is just at howtohandletter. I do tend to like the larger size fine liners, the way they write, even in other brands that I've tried, but I do usually find that they bleed pretty heavily. So for that reason, I tend to use the small ones in my journaling more often. You do just have to be careful with the small ones, because if you have a heavy hand like I do, you can push the tips right over so that they bend or smash back into the pen. So I just try to write more softly when I'm using the small ones. And as you can see, there's a tiny bit of bleed through, especially in the corners when I was doing my block letters, because I was doing some faux calligraphy. And when you do that, you kind of hold the pen down a little bit longer, or maybe even go over the same stroke twice. So this is pretty typical when doing faux calligraphy and was somewhat expected for sure. And finally, I'm going to show you the part of the box that has lots of people excited, and that's the Fudenosuke pens in color. So again, I did read through the comments on the Tombow Instagram feed and saw that they should be available soon if you missed out on the box. I don't 100% remember, but I think that the price was somewhere around $25.99. So I'm just comparing the bodies of the pens here. All the color ones have a different body than the black. So I'm just assuming that they maybe got new packaging because of the new product, and maybe the black is still the original packaging. It's not super different, but the colors are shiny instead of matte. I personally did not notice a difference when writing with them, so I am assuming that they are all the same. And these pens are the hard tip Fudenosuke pens, so if you've tried the Fudenosuke pens before, you already know that it comes in a soft tip and a hard tip. And I had somebody ask me on Instagram if they are any different than the Pentel Touch pen, because those do already come in colors. And I would say that if you compared the two, that the soft tip pen would actually be a little bit more similar to the Pentel Touch, just in how they feel when they're writing. They're still not identical, but they have a softer feel to them, whereas these hard tip pens feel a little bit more firm to me and also have a pretty sharp upstroke. So all three pens are different, and there are other similarities and differences, but I would just say that if either of the Fudensuke pens were like the Pentel Touch, it probably wouldn't be this one, it probably would be the soft tip pen. Here are the final colors swatched, and this is super exciting if you have been waiting for these. And I'm also just going to show you a couple of other common pens on the dot grid journal, since I know that it can help to see what bleeds and what doesn't. So I will just do a couple of these here and then show you the other side of the page. And that is it for today. Let me know if you were able to grab a box or if you plan to buy them in the future. I hope this was helpful for you, and feel free to leave any other questions in the comments box below. Like I said earlier, you can also follow me on Instagram at howtohandletter if you want to catch things a bit sooner than they come to YouTube sometimes. But again, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you are not already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!